Hi everyone, this is Kenneth Chu. Welcome to episode 28 of Mother Industrialist live show where we talk about entrepreneurship, parenting, and life. And in this episode, we are going to talk about how to be the best parent without sacrificing your true self. And today I have this awesome guest, and she's an author of upcoming book Single Mom and Happy. She's an entrepreneur, speaker, and a wealth coach. She's also a single mom of 2 boys. And without further ado, let us welcome Tarinee. Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Tarinee. So sorry about that. A lot of technical problem today, but I got it solved. And just now when I do the introduction, there were some hiccups on the sound because we really wanted to get straight to the show and forgotten to on the audio. So do not worry about that. I will do a make up for it when when I post it onto my YouTube channel. I will let you know. So before we can kickstart the show, there's a tradition which is every guest get to post a question of the day out to the audience and also to the next guest. So Tarinee, are you ready with the question of the day before we can kickstart with the show?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so the question of the day posted by the previous guest is, what do you want to get out from this childbirth experience? I know that you have 2 boys, they are pretty big already. So back then, when you were expecting them, what did you want to get out from that childbirth experience? And why is this question being posted? Because the previous guest is a hypnobirth education instructor. So she's an educator on hypnobirth. So she's curious on this. So the question of the day is, what do you want to get out from this childbirth experience? So you give something to think about it while I go onto Facebook Live to double check if we are live successfully and if our audio are good to go. Is it cool? I'll come back to you.
Yes, sure. Okay.
Okay, I can hear my voice. Okay, let me check if I can hear your voice. Okay, I'm waiting for you. Okay, I can hear you loud and clear. So, Tarinee, are you ready with your answer to the question of the day?
Yes, of course, yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure I will answer the way she want,
No problem.
the answer. Yes. I guess the experience that I expecting from the childbirth experience is obviously that we want to have the smooth, pain-free labor. Which every mother want to have that quickly in and out, right? And also we want our children to born healthy, no complication. We want to have every children to born, like what they call 32 organs or something. So basically they will be healthy, that they don't have any complication or they have to stay longer at hospital. So I think that's every mother dream of the childbirth.
Definitely. And that is really a great answer, especially to her question. I believe that you have gave her a very, very good answer because I personally know her and I kind of know what she want to expect from this question. So now officially we can kickstart with the show, Tarinee. So
Excellent.
before we start, maybe you can do a short introduction about yourself. What were you doing prior to what you are doing currently? And
Okay.
where are you from, and also what are your background like? So you can share with us so that the audience out here, they can be more familiar with you, and also the listeners at the same time too.
Okay. I think my story, my journey is quite familiar with, a lot of people. I original from Thailand and I came to UK in 1994 just to further my education. It's quite a long time ago, 23 years ago. I told my mom I only going to be 1 year and I be back, but that's what happened. After I graduate, I got my job and I worked for a couple companies for a while. And then I hit my middle life crisis that every time I work, I feel that I could do more, I could achieve more. So I did some soul searching and then I decided to open my own business. And then I met my partner while I'm working for my own business. I pregnant, and while I'm on my maternity leave, that's when I start invested in property. So people saying that how you manage it, I'm sure as a mother, you somehow figure it out. After I investing in a property, you juggle quite a lot of things. But I think my biggest turning point in life is 3 years ago when my mom passed. See her passing in front of my eyes and go through the whole experience is quite painful. And what happened is this experience really make a big impact on me and make you kind of evaluate your own life. What's important in your life, what is not, right? And then I realized that the 12 years relationship that I have with my ex-partner is not a happy one. So I think somehow we kind of knew when you're in trouble, you kind of knew, but whether you ready to face the consequence or not, that's quite a big decision. But see, my mom passing really make me feel that what people say, life is too short. If you're not happy and your ex-partner not happy, children not going to be happy. So what are we staying on together for? So I make decision to ask him to leave. And then I become a single mom, right? And it's take me over 3 years to go through my own emotional baggage to finally, find my own self and love myself again. And this part of my journey that inspired me to become an author and write, a few books regarding to the mom subject, and also become a speaker and a life coach, a wealth coach also. And my mission in life is to help other single mom or other mother like me to find their happiness, their health, and their wealth, so they can build up the wonderful life for themselves and for their children. That's how my journey is. Yes.
That is so inspiring, because the first time when we got connected, we had a meeting, you share a lot about your story, and it is so inspiring, and the journey that you come through. I can really feel, because I lost my younger sis like 14 years ago, and to lose someone that is so close to you, it really changed. I would say that 14 years ago it changed my life, because I started to evaluate, because I was very active working, and although back then I was in national service, but I started to evaluate what do I want to do in life. So my life basically changed. I used to be very I would say very complacent, very proud person. But because of my sister leaving us, and I start to reflect, why am I being so selfish? Why am I being so cocky? Why am I being so arrogant? And I start to have that change in me. I start to care for more people, and I believe that because we start to reflect, uh, we lost something, but we gained something in returns at the same time. So that also touched me. And for you to go through the journey of a single parent, handling 2 boys, is really not easy. At the same time, you are also juggling real estate. So I just want to just to check with you that you were saying that you started your business before you become a mom. Am I right to say that? So what is the business? Is the business that you're referring is your real estate business, or you have another business other than real
No,
estate?
what happened is when I think part of it is become, as the Chinese origin background, right? Our parents always say, go to study and then work for somebody else for a while, not just to stay there, but just to learn the system and be more mature. And our ultimate goal is always become your own boss.
Is it?
So after I hit, yes, that's what my dad always, saying to me all the time since I was a child. So when I hit my middle life crisis, because I find that I keep challenging my own boss, I keep challenging. And then one time my boss saying, do you think you are better than us? And I think in my mind, I didn't say it out loud. In my mind I said, yes, I think so. I think I'm better than you. So I think, okay, if I keep question myself too many times. Maybe it's the time for me to do something for my own self.
Yeah.
And what I did is I doing my soul searching to find what is my passion. What would I love to do? So if you do something that you love to do, you won't feel that it's a chore,
Yes.
and then you can push yourself harder. And back then I love animal and I love a dog. Funny enough, when I say this, nobody believed me. I actually opened a dog grooming shop.
Wow.
Yes, it's totally out of,
yes, nobody can
people
imagine.
don't exactly. So what happened is I love the dog. So I said, okay, what can I do with the dog that I can make a business out of it, right? So I said, okay, dog walker, dog training, what can I do? Then I'm thinking, okay, let's do the dog grooming. How I going to learn the knowledge and be able to open up the business. So I asked my boss for 1 month holiday without pay.
Okay.
And I sent myself to the course and I learned how to become a dog groomer and qualify for the UK, dog grooming. And after the holiday, I just give them the notice to resign and I just opened my own shop. And I have the shop for like 8 years.
Wow.
Quite a long time, 8 years. And I learned that a lot. There's another book that I don't know, have you read, E-Myth? Sometimes what happened is people saying that passion is different thing from what you do for living, right?
Yes.
Passion is more of the hobby that you love to do.
Yep.
But to make a money out of it, might not be the passion that you're going to do with it.
Correct.
That's what I learned the hard way. So after I love a dog, I opened a dog grooming shop. After you have to do like many number of dog per day to meet all your expense,
your sales,
right?
your income, revenue.
Exactly. So I have to like doing at least 8 dog a day. Can you imagine?
It's all by yourself, right?
The first 3 years I doing by myself 6 days a week. I can't even stand after the end of the day. And you learn that, once you have to make the end meet from the passion, slowly the passion is gone. And then good thing out of it is I start bringing, after 3 years, I start bringing couple staff in. And then you end up that all your income end up paying for the staff, for the salary. You can't bring all.
Correct.
But good thing out of it is at the end, when I getting pregnant, that's what I mentioned before, when I on my maternity leave and I start hand off the job, the business to my, to my staff. That's when I get myself educated with the property and I become a full-time landlord and full-time investor. So I think
so
exactly. I think in a way it's a blessing in disguise, that one door closed and one door is open.
So in your case, it's you groom one dog and another dog came, which is your real estate, which is
no. And in the same time, sometimes I even deal with the landlord or with the seller while I'm grooming a dog, and then have all the dog barking in the background. It's quite comical.
And that's where we come to today's topic that we're going to talk about, is how to be the best parent without sacrificing your true self. And I can hear from you that like that you are always challenging your boss, and I can resonate with that, because I do have that problem. It's like, why is my boss not thinking like that? Why is he not thinking that to make the business better and stuff like that? And I do sales, so I would say that relatively my sales is pretty good, and that's why my boss keep pushing me. But sometimes I realize that like what you say is true. When you do so much, you are not being appreciated, and also you felt that you are better than your boss. It could be a sign that, hey, it's time for you to step into entrepreneurship or into business. It doesn't mean that you are being rebellious, or you are not a good stuff. I would say that if the boss know how to treasure you, your boss will be able to make you shine. But sometimes not all bosses are people that can groom us. Sometimes it's better for us to step out. And I guess that you make the decision of them paying you. They pay you to go for the course, right? Yeah.
No,
And
no, 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 no. I
oh,
pay
oh, you
myself.
pay yourself. So ultimately, you know that you need to do that. So that's where you took a month of no pay leave, right? And you're not
Yes,
paid, and you went for this grooming course, and after that you
yes.
graduate from that, and that's where you resign and you start going to passion, and you feel and
Yes.
you know that you can be good, you can be better. And
Yes.
ultimately after 3 years, you found your partner, and that's where you got pregnant. And slowly you because when you're pregnant, you have no choice that you have to find staff, right? Although you may have staff, but it's time for you to
Yes.
let go and let the staff
Yes.
take over.
Yes.
And that's where
Exactly.
and
Yes.
that's where for you, I believe that you always have that drive. You are very driven.
Mm.
and and what makes you go into real estate? There must be someone or some reason that you start out of so many things. What makes you
Mm.
choose real estate?
Again, it's come from the Asian Chinese family background.
Ah.
We always believe to, for me, I'm a girl. For me, it's not much of the car, flashy car. For me, normal car, take me from A to B. I'm happy with that. For me, in Chinese, we always believe that you judge the status of people by how many houses they have, how many land, how many business that they have. That's what I've been brought up, with the idea.
Wow.
And it's also it's tangible, isn't it? It's like brick and mortar.
Yes.
You have a stock.
You
If you
can
invest
see.
in the stock market, you can be blown away,
Yes.
wiped out without anything.
Yep.
But for the property, it's more of the long-term gain. It's like everything else in business or in life, is go up, go down. It's keep, cycle of it. But in property, the general rule is every 7 to 10 years, the property price is double. If you think about it, it's very good, solid investment.
Yeah.
So even you have a bad investment, you hanging on long enough, it will recover itself.
Yes.
That's what I believe. And also, I think it's same thing. Asia or in UK are the same thing.
Yeah.
When you
Generally,
become when you become a mother, you see that your parents' generation do quite well, right? And then it's you. They provide quite a lot for yourself, so you can have a better education and better life now. And when I become a mother, I feel the same. It's my time to build up the life for my children.
Wow.
And with the property, it's quite difficult. You can hear all the time. I think it's applied to everywhere in the world, that the new generation find it harder and harder to get on the property ladder.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think, okay, it make more sense for me to invest the property. So at least when my children growing up, they have somewhere to go, right? They also have a passive income that they can use to fund for their university or any business that they have. That's the reason that I really want to be in the property business.
So can I say that it's more than for yourself, it's more for your children? Because after you became a mom, you start to think more on, or you kind of like start thinking further, that is on long term rather than on the short term. So are you still having your dog grooming shop?
No.
You sold it off?
No. Yeah. I sold the lease out because, again, once when you have your own business, at least it takes 2-3 years, right, before you even break even or build up your customer base. And when it's just about to take off, I think we hit the economic crisis in 2009.
Wow.
So dog grooming service is more like a luxury service. And even people go to hairdresser less often. So let alone taking a dog. Normally they're taking a dog like maybe every 2 months. So they end up become like maybe once every 4-5 months. Because they're thinking, okay, the dog is not really that matter, isn't it? Even their hair getting a bit longer.
Wow.
So the luxury service. Exactly, yes.
It's like reality, like it's so real. Like during good times you can spend whatever. When in bad time, even your dog doesn't deserve anything.
Exactly, I
which
get
is
pampered.
Yes, which is quite quite brutal, quite true at the same time. And
Yes.
for you to move into property, I guess because it's like you mentioned, it's a long term investment, and there's
Yes.
passive income because from the rental,
Yes.
and
Yes.
there's once you get it going, there's not much that you need to do, and that's where
Exactly.
is it also the reason why you started writing a book, because everything is stable, your property, and you're growing your wealth.
Like people always said, things happen for the reason,
Mm,
and the reason is always good. You
mm,
might not know it straight away, but the reason is always good. I actually become a financially free when
mm.
I asked my ex-partner to leave.
Wow, that is that
Can
is
you
that is very
can you
rare.
believe that? Can you
Okay, I
believe
I
that?
I haven't met someone like that except you.
Yes,
Yeah.
a years before that I make decision to ask him to leave, I'm scared. I'm very scared because I'm by myself, right? I don't have any family in UK. It's
Mm,
only me, the two boy, and they're quite big now. They're 7
mm.
and 9, so they're
Wow.
quite handful, two boy.
Yes.
And they have a property. I have 10 property. So there's a
Wow.
lot of landlord that not landlord, a lot of tenants that I
Yes.
help.
To
And
handle, yeah.
some of the property are multi-let. So I might have 5 tenants in one house.
Wow.
So there's a lot. And also I helping other landlord to manage their own property as well. So I, like a private estate agent. And I
Wow.
also buy and sell, connecting buyer to seller. So I
Wow.
juggle quite a lot of things already.
Wow.
Even
Okay.
when I was in a relationship.
Mm.
And then I thinking like, oh my God, now I'm going to be a single mom. How am I going to manage this? I'm so scared. But then I make decision because I feel that if you're not happy, why you doing it for?
Mm.
And the big thing I tell myself is can't be worse.
Yes.
Whatever you think you hit at the rock bottom, it can't be worse.
Yeah.
So I make decision and I ask him to leave. And what happened is after he left, I have one spare room, obviously, because the partner gone. So that's a blessing in a way. So I have a spare room. I put one boy together in one bunk bed, right? So I have one spare room. And I start
Renting
let
it out.
my spare room, yes, to the Airbnb. And I
Wow.
meet a lot of interesting people come to my house.
Wow.
Straight away, I make quite a lot of money on my spare room, right?
So can I
And
get a
then
spare room for Airbnb when I go to Thailand or even UK? Wow.
definitely. And with that, and then I start because at least when you don't have a relationship problem, it's more on the physical problem only, you see.
Yes.
You only get tired from, dealing with your work or dealing with your children, but you're not drained,
Yes, you're in
emotional
control. Yeah.
drain. Exactly. You're not emotional drain on the relationship.
Yes.
So I'm free in a way. So I can focus more on my business and on my children. Then I start put all my property, my portfolio, my tenants into order, put them in a system, get the insurance, get everything in place. Now I'm hand-free, which is, I think is a good place to be, because when you not struggle to make the end meet, your mind is more at peace, right?
Yes, yes.
And I'm thinking that, okay, now because I don't need to go to work,
so what is
the tenants pay, yes. So I'm in a good position to help other mom without feel that, oh gosh, if I helping other people, I can't even help myself.
Correct, you have to help yourself first.
Then the intention is not pure, right? Because you after their money, it's not pure. It's not in the sense of you actually genuinely want to give.
Correct. There's no agenda.
So
it's just really giving back.
Exactly. So if I make some money out of it, it's great. If not, I'm quite happy to help other moms to become happy. Because I remember while I hitting myself back there 3 years ago, right? In UK, there's a big like charity company called Gingerbread, where they support the single mom, but they are like a charity, so they don't really have anything constructive active yet.
Okay.
You know, and then I call them. I remember when I really feel way bad, way down, I call them. I said, please, can I join your group? You know, because I want someone to give me a hug and say that everything will be all right. We will go through with it together. And the person said, yes, fine. We will put your name on the email list, on the newsletter list. You see? And then like, seriously? You know, I want someone, human being to talk to. I don't want to be on the email, on the newsletter list. And that's make me feel that as a mom or even a single mom, we need a lot more support.
Yes.
You know, you are actually building up the new generation, the future of the country, of the world. We actually raising up the human being. You know, we need all the help that we need.
All right. And I'm so and when previously you shared about this, I was like, it's so true, and that's also the reason why I wrote Mother
Yes.
Industrialist, where I interview mompreneurs like you, successful, and you guys will want to give back to a lot of mothers out there, even for those who are still in into business. They also want to give back, but there's only so much that one can do. But because a lot of in fact, a lot of mompreneurs, they are still building a business. In fact, a lot of them, they have built their business to a level, which is they want to be coach, they want to be advisor, be mentor, but they are also busy with their family, busy with their business, because not all business are like yours, like your property. You can have systems. Most of them, they do not have system yet, but I would say that eventually they would, because of the level, because mothers always find ways to free their time, especially when your kids are going through some big exams, like maybe to college or going to university. You will want to spend a lot of time with them, and that's where you will want to find ways for you to free up more time, or maybe employ more staff, and to take off your workload, and you can just step back and be an advisor. That would only happen when the time comes. But in the meantime, it's really inspiring for you to step up, and also to help more mothers, especially single mom. And that's where I also realized that a lot of working moms are struggling, especially when nowadays they are working much harder to bring bread back. And mothers nowadays, in modern days, especially in a lot of developed countries, they are educated, they have the ability to earn an income, they have a career, and and they want to make themselves useful. So a lot of times they also want to have that balance, but most of the time they will not be able to, because in a job, your time is not your time. Your time is your boss's time. Your time is your company's time. You do not have control over your time. So the time that you left for yourself is only so much. So if you become a mom with so little amount of time, how are you going to craft it out for your children? And all of us as parents, like for me, I have a 9-year-old daughter. I would say the older she gets, the more attention she needs, because now she can converse, she feel emotional, she has her own character. So as they grew up, they need your love, because parents are their heaven and earth to them. So that's where when I see a lot of parents are struggling, especially in the initial stage, where they just gave birth, and when the children is still growing up in the infant stage, still toddler, very dependent on the parents need, and a lot of them are struggling. What will happen after that? So that's where a lot of them fall into postnatal depression, because there's no support. Maybe even the husband is also struggling. So both parents are struggling. So who's going to help in? And if money is also a concern for them, because the only way out for them is just to get a job or get another high paying job. But when you get a high paying job, you have to exchange more time for more money. Am I right to say that? So that's why it's a never ending, what we always call the rat race. They keep on running and running and running non-stop until the time that they exhausted physically, mentally, emotionally. And this is what I see a lot of working moms ended up. And a lot and this will cause a lot of I would say conflict in marriages, in relationship, not just with their spouse, it's with everybody all around. And you mentioned one thing, if when you are not happy, people around you will be affected. And if
exactly.
you're not happy, how are you going to help other people around you? Like you are a boss of maybe a team. When you're not happy, how are you going to help your subordinate? So a lot of things comes from the mother themselves. And because
Yes.
mothers in today's time are wearing a lot of different hats, different roles,
Mm-hmm.
so it's even more challenging. And you mentioned that because for you, you are a working mom back then, and you were struggling, and you when you became a single mom, you need support, but there wasn't any support. So that's where it's really inspiring to hear from you that you're doing so much and you have moved up to the next level and wanted to help other mothers to achieve what you have achieved. Am I right to say that? Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, so
definitely.
which is
Yes.
really inspiring. So what like when we talk about a lot of working moms, they will have this question in their head, or
Mm-hmm.
this myth that is when you start a business, it's very hard to start. You have to sacrifice this, sacrifice that. So
Mm-hmm.
how to be a best parent without sacrificing your true self?
I think first of all, we need to define first what is true self.
Mm,
You know, sometimes we need to find 5 minutes, 10 minutes to really digging down and say who are you, what you really like, what's your value, what you
mm,
love to do. You need to find that first. So once you know that, example, for me, I love cooking.
mm,
I love being with the children. I love helping other people,
mm,
and with the value also. I like honesty.
mm.
I don't like dealing with people that greedy
Yes,
or
online.
not exactly, or those sort of things. So when you really find out who yourself is, what's
Mm,
your value, what you stand on is, at least it's a guideline, it's a
mm,
guidance for you to relate yourself or your life, your children, everything is come down to that,
mm.
you see.
Yep.
So when you know your true self, and then you know what your belief, what your value is,
Mm.
what you like, what you don't like, is come naturally.
Yes.
What would be best for you as the parents, to raising up the children
Mm,
without sacrifice yourself. Just be yourself, just do something that you love and you happy, because
mm.
I'm sure that every parents want to do the best for their child
Correct.
anyway. you know how you doing it is depend on their knowledge or what
Mm,
their upbringing, but our intention is good.
mm.
So however you do, that's the best that the children going to have.
Correct.
Just follow yourself
Mm,
first, just make yourself happy first, and then, like you said, it's on the different opposite way from being unhappy.
yes.
Being happy is the same thing, is spill out.
Mm,
Once you happy, you love yourself, is spill out.
yeah.
And then your children, your spouse, your family, the friend,
Mm,
they will notice that in you, and in a way they will become happy person too.
yes.
Yes.
And I guess it's like when you share about like to find a true self, it's
Mm-hmm.
very it's easy to understand, but it's very
Yes.
hard to identify what is your true
Mm.
self, because there are
Yes.
like sometimes I believe that there are times that we will have hear voices, or we have this
Mm.
feeling to do this,
Yes.
but what how do you identify that that is your true self? Could it be someone like you fabricated it, or it could be a personality that you bring it out? So how do you like for yourself? How do you identify that it is your true self? Like this is who you are exactly. Because
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I think to pin it down maybe
mm,
it's difficult, but if
mm,
we turn it around, right? Example. Now I'm single, right?
mm.
A lot of women looking for Mr. Right. They
Mm,
might not know who is Mr. Right is, but
yes.
they definitely know who is Mr. Wrong.
Okay, that's a very good
You
and
get it?
I
Yeah,
get it.
it's
Yeah.
same thing. It's same thing with true self. You might not know. You might not figure it out to
Mm,
make it like defining it. That definitely
uh,
this is me, but you definitely know what is not you.
yes. Okay, that's a good, very good way.
So example, you see something that, oh gosh, no. If I were that person, I won't do that.
Mm, mm, mm. So that is
You know?
that is defining what is the things that you don't do,
what
and
is not
which is
you. Yes,
mm-mm. So
yes. So
like you mentioned that you don't like people that lie, you like
mm,
honesty. Because you
yes,
realize that you don't like people who lie, you like people who
uh-huh.
are honest. So that's why you
Yes,
determine
and
that.
kind and giving. Yes, so
Mm,
that's who you are.
yes,
You value be more genuine
yes.
rather than the taker, the liar, the cheat.
I,
So
I
at least you know more.
I get what you're trying what you have shared. Because for me, I always like to put it in very layman or even some analogy. So what you
Mm-hmm.
say have just linked me up with, like, for me, when I look for a back then for a girlfriend, I I
Uh-huh.
I would know that, okay, my girlfriend cannot be too short, cannot be this, cannot
Mm.
be that. I know what
Yeah.
is the not, and that's where
Yes.
when the right one comes,
Uh-huh.
which is the
Uh-huh.
opposite of everything, hey,
Mm.
that is the one.
Yeah.
And to add on to that, right, this is something very interesting about the Mr. Right or Mrs. Right.
Uh-huh.
Like for me, I
Mm.
got married really early, like age 24. I got married 24,
Mm.
and I had my daughter when I'm 26. So a lot of my friends will be asking me, Kenneth, what makes you think that she's your Mrs. Right? So
Mm.
I say that if you think there's always a better one, then there will always be a better one. So
Mm.
for yourself, it's the same thing. If you keep thinking
Yes.
that you're not the best person, you're not like that, you're not this.
Mm.
If
Mm.
you are firm of who you are, you just believe
Mm.
of who you are. You will not
Yes.
be able to be distracted by people all around telling you, I can't have this
Mm.
lady is not good and that. But ultimately,
Mm.
if you really like someone, you really go all the way in, regardless of whatever
Mm.
it is. So it's
Mm.
really you need to know what you want, and you have to
Yes.
make it
Yes.
happen. Like for you, you
Yes.
know that you need to earn a living for your children. You have two boys, and
Mm.
you're a
Mm-hmm.
single mom. You need to grow your wealth.
Mm.
You need to provide a
Yes.
better living for them.
Yes.
And I
Mm-hmm.
believe that I believe that in the beginning you did not realize that you will end up in this status of who you are today, that
Mm-hmm.
you are able to help
Yes.
others. You just focus on that cause, that what you really want, and
Mm.
now you are able to help other people because you already help yourself. So the same thing
Mm-hmm.
is, there's no direct answer for you
Mm.
to find the Mrs. Right or Mr. Right.
Yes.
It's just that
Yes.
if you want it to happen, it will happen. If you keep thinking
Mm.
there's other chances, there's other buddy out there, then there will
Mm.
always be other people, be better people.
I have a slightly different
Mm,
idea
mm,
because I'm single now.
mm.
I still believe that there's someone out there
Yeah.
that would tick all my box. I'm
Yes.
still in dream,
Correct.
girl world.
Mm,
And I think what I'm dating time to time,
mm,
but I found a lot of Mr. Not Right, because I don't think that, okay, let's make it happen. This is this,
mm,
because as you're getting older,
mm.
24 and 46 are very different.
Yeah,
You understand?
I
The
get you.
expectation,
Yes, it's
the
different.
expectation are quite different. Because
Definitely.
now I'm at the state of life that I quite busy,
Mm.
extremely busy,
Yes, yes.
travel a lot, with the children,
Mm.
a lot of ball juggling on.
Priority is different also.
Exactly. So if someone coming in for me, they have to be quite supportive,
Mm, mm.
and they have to be quite comfortable with
Yes.
themselves, either physically, emotionally, and
Mm.
financially.
Yes.
When we were young, financially, we probably think, oh, no water, no worry, we can, get by whatever we have,
Mm.
as long as we have true love, right?
Mm.
But
Yes.
but true love is not in my box at the moment. You
Yes.
see,
And
so the
that's
criteria, the expectation is changed.
correct. And that is
Mm,
what I believe, that when you talk about the true self, like you are very clear of where
yes,
you're going. You are
yes.
not deviated by anybody's opinion,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
or advice and stuff like that.
Yes.
Where I feel that a lot of parents out there, they are always listening to other people's opinion, and they do not
Yes.
know what exactly they want in life.
Mm,
Example, like this friend of them, they say, okay, this parenting advice, you should teach your kids like that. They'll say, okay, I
mm,
follow, and it does not
yes.
work. Then after that, they follow another
Mm,
advice. It's because
mm,
they do not know exactly who they are,
Exactly.
who they want to be, what kind of parents they want to
Yes.
be, and they
Yes.
did not really go deep into finding themselves, and
Mm-hmm.
that also which I find that is also where a lot of parents will feel that they sacrifice a lot. Because when you mention, when you know where you are going, you are not sacrificing, you are doing what you love. So in the
Yes.
event, in the course of achieving what you want to achieve, you are not sacrificing at all. The reason
No.
why people feel you are sacrificing is because you are doing something that you are not willing to.
Mm.
Correct?
Yes.
You're not
And
doing some.
also, believe it or not, I know this is will sound quite difficult to admit, right?
Mm,
A lot of people use the word sacrificing myself for
yep.
my children.
Mm,
Yeah. Like, have you seen the X Factor? I think they're doing those
yes.
kind of, singing competition in
Correct.
Asia
Yes.
also, right? And you find people in their 40, 50 come to complete in the in the TV program,
Correct.
and the judge will ask, why you been waiting for this long? Why you just coming in?
Mm,
And they'll say, oh, I spent 20, 30 years raising up my children. I sacrifice myself. I really want to be a singer, but I have to put it on hold for 20, 30 years,
mm,
to become the singer.
yes.
And what happened to them? They are too late because they already passed their prime.
Mm,
So if you dig down, deep down,
yep.
is this true that they really sacrifice themselves for 20, 30 years? Or they are fear,
Yes.
they are scared to come out and pursue what they love to do in their life?
Correct.
Yeah. I think even at the beginning, like you said, when the first year, I can understand because the baby can't feed themselves.
Yeah.
They're really depending on you. So you have to put a lot of time, love, and attention to them.
Yep.
But once they start into the routine, getting bigger, there's no reason that we cannot have a me time or
Yep.
do something that we love.
Yes.
Because what happened is, if we put on the mother hat for so long, and then you have to go back to the working world,
Yes.
facing the world again. The longer you leave it, the more you feel daunting and scared, like, oh
Correct.
my God. I've been in the circle of mother running around in a play, talking cuckoo gaga with the children, right? But now you have to face the world again
With
and
adults.
be the best of you. Yeah. So your confidence, your self-esteem is going down.
Yeah.
You see, so part of it is the fear that you need to go back there again.
Correct. And you touch on a very strong point, which is the fear, and also they keep putting on the mother hat. It means wherever they go, they keep, okay, I'm a mother, I'm a mother, I'm a
Yes.
mother. I need to
Yes.
rush it
Yes.
back home and da 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 da.
Yes.
I need to do everything by myself because they only trust themselves, and they don't outsource, or don't trust their
Yes.
spouse,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that is also a sign of postnatal depression, because they are putting everything on themselves, the responsibility, and the
Yes.
more they put it on, like you mentioned, the more they put on the mother hat, right? Wherever they go, they are, one day they will feel drained, and when they one day come, they
Yes.
feel that, oh, I've sacrificed a lot, I've lose my
Yes. Yes.
figure, I lose my complexion, I have now dark eye ring, I have a lot of things, my health is not good, I keep having sick because my child keep falling sick. There's a lot of reason, but the number one
Negative. Yes.
reason is because they are holding on too much as a mother, and
Yes.
where in the past they are very career driven, they are
Mm-hmm.
very successful in their company, they are a
Mm-hmm.
successful leader, but when they become a mom, they just, everything just disappeared. Like a lot of working moms that I know, a lot of my friends are ladies, so a lot of them, when they became a mom, totally they lost the self-confidence, they lose the ability to perform of what they used to perform. When they go to
Yes.
work, they are always overwhelmed with, okay, I need to breast, I need to pump the milk now, I need to quickly rush back home to get the milk delivered to my baby, or even during
Oh
lunchtime, I'm
my
not I'm
God.
not having my lunch, I'm going back to breastfeed my, a lot of things. It's like everything is, they have lost their life, I would say, their life of being a woman,
Yes.
being someone's husband. So that's
Yes.
why in the book, when I interview a lot of my mompreneurs that I personally know for the past 9 years, they mention
Yes.
something about time management. You need to have time for your work. You need to
Yes.
time for yourself. You need time for your children.
Yes.
Everything has
Yes.
to have a portion so that your whole life is balanced. You do not have only one option. And that's where a lot of mothers, a lot of parents also, not just mothers, also fathers, they felt that they give too much. Like like a lot of fathers say, oh, I stopped hanging out with my friends because they do not have children, or I need to go back, I need to show for my children and stuff like that. So I was thinking, why are you putting so much responsibility on yourself?
Yes.
And
Yes.
recently I found out through an article is this term called resentment or compensation,
Yes.
because
Yes.
a lot of parents nowadays, right, other than being educated, second thing is our parents brought us up in a very different kind of environment. I would say maybe in Asia we how should I put it, there's a lot of punishment, like we get beaten up for doing wrong things and stuff like that. And when we grew up as parents, like for me, my parenting style is totally opposite from my dad, because my dad, like since young we were beaten up because of punishment and stuff like that. And when I grew up, when I parent my daughter, I do not beat her. And my dad is like his way or the highway. And for me, I have to talk a lot of sense with my daughter. So I'm in a way compensating for that. So a lot of parents, they are using this kind of parenting style is because they are compensating of what they have lost. They have lost the freedom to speak. So that's why they allow their children to speak. But the problem is the intention, like you mentioned, the intention is not pure. The intention is not right. So that's where the when the kids has anything that does not meet their expectation, like they say, okay, I sacrifice so much, then you must give me something, but it's not. Yeah. So that's why I find that a lot of parents nowadays in this era, they are doing a lot of because of resentment, or and also because of compensation, because what their parents have not done enough, they want to do a lot for their children, which is not wrong, but sometimes it's obsessive of
Yes.
that. They are going too much into it until even the child will feel. That's why
Yes.
recently, like in Singapore, we have news of children at age of 12, 14, they committed suicide because they are so depressed, because the
Oh
parents
my
keep
God.
touting them onto academic, because back then that their parents did not urge them to go and study hard, work hard and all that stuff, and they felt that that's why they are not competitive in the working society, and that's why they put a lot of stress, pressure on their children, until children of age 12, 14, they are still kids. The amount
Yes,
of
exactly.
stress is so huge that even an adult would also break down. How about for the kid? and
Yes.
and to my surprise, the kid was announced as diagnosed as having depression and has to take medication. I was like, why would a 12-year-old kid ended up like that? In the past, for us, we don't even have depression at all. And why will kids nowadays? It's because of the expectation of parents, because of
Yes.
compensation. So this is
Yes.
really huge. And maybe we choke for a while, because I see that there's a quick question by
Okay.
Charmaine Michael. She asked quick question: what about single mom who have jobs that take their time and probably do not have the chance to be with their children, and the job is the only insured income this single mom has? So what's your take on that, Tarinee? So
Okay. I can see the mind block here when the people said this job is only my way of bringing income for me. Really, there's a lot. If you really seek out there's a lot of job that
mm,
not a job, there's a lot of hobby, there's a lot of other things that you could do that
mm,
without even spend less time with the children or spend less time with your job.
yes,
There's a lot of website that you can sign up to do the questionnaire, or even
yeah,
testing their
survey,
product, get all the freebie, and then you get money coming in. Or you can be a freelance online that you can do translation, you
yeah,
can do just click like on the Twitter,
mm,
Facebook. There's a lot of things that you could
yes,
do
correct,
alongside of your main job. And
yes,
if you can start having that extra money coming in, you can reduce down the job. The
mm,
main think that I don't like doing a job because there's no scope there.
Yes.
You know, if you earn £10 an hour, you earn £10 an hour. You won't get more than that.
Yeah.
You know, and then the more you want to spend the quality time with your children, and once you start seeing other revenue, how you can bring in the money, you feel that, gosh, I'm actually wasting time in that work that I've been doing. I could do something a lot more.
Correct.
You know, and it's great thing for being your own boss is you can control your own time, your own hours, which is suit better as a mother. You can juggle a lot of time, you know, do this couple hours, drop the kid to the school, do couple more hours, pick them up from the school, take them to the, I don't know, swimming, tennis. You can control your own time.
Yes.
So the question is, I think maybe looking at other revenue to bring, you know, extra money, and then you can ease off with your, you know, with your time at work.
Correct. And what you have mentioned is maybe my take on this question is I've seen a lot of mothers they is even not don't talk about single mom, even for moms that have a partner or spouse, they do have this question. They always tell me that, Kenneth, I only have this one income and I'm feeding like 3 children, and the first question I ask her, how much are you paid per hour? And they always tell me that it's so always way below what they are, what they want to achieve, or what is the break-even point, or what is the amount that they need. It's always below. Then my next question will be, why are you still in that job? Why are you still working in that environment? If it's not paying you, then a lot of them will say, oh, this is the only way. But the problem is, if you are hungry enough, you'll find all kinds of ways. Not just working in one job, you will be working 2 jobs. And I would say that maybe a tip will be evaluate what is your cost per hour. That means how much value are you looking at? Let's say you work the math backwards. If let's say you want to achieve, let's say maybe 3,000 pounds or 3,000 USD, you work backwards on the amount of time that you're putting into your work. And how much money do you need to get at every hour? So that would be a very good guide for mothers who are struggling financially with one job. It only shows that the job is not paying you enough. And every one of us has the ability to earn more. It's just a matter of where and how. And now if you are tuning into Facebook, I would say that now Facebook have this marketplace where you can sell your things. And I would say over the weekend, if you are not working on the weekends, what you can do is grab everything that is in your house that you can sell on eBay. You can sell, like in Singapore we have Carousel. You can sell now on Facebook Marketplace for any amount of money. With let's say every item that you get, second-hand item, used item, with every item that costs $10, you just need 10 items to make it $100. On every weekend, let's say Saturday you have $100, Sunday you have another $100, you have additional $200 for that weekend. You multiply by 4 weekends, you have $800. Does it help you with whatever existing? So this is something that there's always a way out. It's whether you want to get that information.
Yes, I have another thing as well, which a lot of parents overlook, right? How many times that you have your children friend coming over, you know, to a play date with your, exactly, you know, you babysit for other people. So why don't you doing it for money then?
Yeah.
You know how much money I pay for other mother, you know, to have my children. That's an easy thing. And you already build up the trust and relationship. So you can say, you know, to other mother that, oh, if you busy, if you need to go somewhere, I don't mind babysit for you. I'll charge you. You know, I'll do a special rate for you. They will be more than happy to give you that. And then your children will be happy as well. Get other friends to come out to play. Exactly. It's win-win, you know.
Yes. In fact, if for those who are watching this for first time, I have other episodes that I interview. I guess it's more than one mompreneurs in my show that they did that to kickstart their show, because after they became a mother, they were doing their confinement, and some of them were still servicing, like they are on leave, and one of them was doing what you mentioned. It's like, I was taking my baby and I have neighbors, they have to go to work, they always struggle to find maybe
Mm-hmm.
childcare center and stuff. So I say,
Yes.
why not you come in, you just pay me per hour at a
Mm,
reasonable price, then I help to take
mm,
care. Since I'm already taking care of my children, why not I take care of
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
yours? And maybe I have my mother to come in and help out and stuff like that. Eventually, her garage became a childcare center, became a
Yeah, yeah.
babysitter place. I do
Mm-hmm.
not know about other countries, but in Singapore, we need license. So it's not quite possible
Mm,
to convert. And babysitting, babysitter is not really, it used to be very, very good business or a good
uh-huh.
way to earn extra income. But now
Mm,
because of regulation, but I do not know about
mm.
UK or US. I know that it's possible that you can babysit within your
I
own house.
I I don't think you're going to make a million out of it
Yes.
unless you really setting up as a company, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's quite a good start.
For
Good
additional income.
start, yes, exactly. For the time that you have with the children, or the time that you have to actually go to work, it's a good start.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yes.
there's always a way out. I hope that it
Mm,
helped to address Charmaine and Charmaine Michael's question. If you have any more question, you can always drop it below in the comment section. And I'm really thankful for all the questions. So to move on, maybe Tarini, maybe you can share with us about your book on single mom and happy. I'm just curious why did you give it this title? I'm just really curious.
okay. My book is not out yet, but in the way, this is the
Wow,
cover
cool.
that
And
I
your
print
voice.
it out with my two boys in there, and they
Wow.
quite embarrassed, because they getting bigger now. They said, "Mom, really, you really need to put my picture on it." I think single mom, a lot of people seeing it more in not the fortunate,
Mm,
it's more of the unfortunate,
yep.
side. When you said you are single mom and people said, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that." I said, "What do you mean? You feel sorry for me? You should celebrate with me. That's the best thing I ever been ever, So I want to take the taboo out of it. I
Mm,
want to change. I want to change the attitude toward the word
yep.
single mom.
Mm,
A lot of time when we become a single mom is by choice,
yes.
not by circumstance. You
Correct.
make decision yourself to be a single mom, or
Mm,
even your partner saying, "Oh, okay, let's split up." It's still your decision to agree with that,
mm,
right? So you need to own it that is your own decision to
yep.
become a single mom. And I want people to change the perspective of being single mom. Single
Mm,
mom is freedom. Single mom is you have everything in control.
mm,
You can build up the life the way that you want to be.
mm.
That's why I said the title single mom and
Happy.
happy, and then how to build up the wonderful life for yourself and your children.
Yes.
And eventually when you find your partner to be great because
Mm,
you're already happy,
yes.
you know if you unhappy and then you seeking out, what happen is seeking out another next partner, you end up bringing another frog, right? So they won't be the prince for you,
Yes. Yeah,
because you
I get
feel
what you mean. Yeah.
exactly, because you feel a bit desperate, you feel a bit
Mm,
vulnerable, you feel lonely, so
yes.
you send out the negative vibe, right?
Correct. And you
Like
attract
what
the
we say,
negative people and not
uh-huh,
the
uh-huh.
Mr. Wrong.
Oh gosh, and also because you compromise on your own true self. You see,
Mm,
you might say, "I want honesty. I want healthy people. I want trustworthy. I want passionate."
yes.
And then when you become vulnerable and desperate, you say, "Okay, all right,
I don't
maybe
care. You give out
yeah,
your
maybe
standard.
yeah, maybe he cheat on other women once, but then I'm sure it's only one. He's not going to do that again." Or you start compromise your own
Mm,
true self.
yeah. Which is really important. And I would say that being a true self, the confidence will be there. You are in control of your life. And
Mm-hmm.
especially for women with so much confidence, definitely you will attract the right person to come in.
Yes,
At the same time,
yes.
you're also attracting the wrong guy. Okay, so Shamin has another question. So she's asking you, Tarini, do you mean that there is an age expectation to find true love for single mom? I ask this because I realize every single mom wants a helper, and finding a partner can be hard, impractical. No man really wants to take more than one responsible, because I believe any man comes into single mom life is automatically taking the child. Okay, I guess I get what Charmaine is trying to say. It means
Mm,
that what are the chances of a man um wanting to be with a single mom? I guess for me I can say that because I have a
mm,
lot of guy friends
yes,
that
yes,
went for not say went for, really got together with
mm-hmm,
single mom,
yes,
um
yes,
because I guess the right, when the right one comes, it will comes, and the
mm,
right
yes,
man will embodies everything with love. Is they
yes,
will love the kids that is not theirs, they will love them as
mm,
theirs. And I would
their
say
own,
that
yes,
it's really up to whether the single mom do have that confidence in themselves that, hey, this man is
mm,
really truly loving me. I guess they
mm,
would have their own stand whether this man is someone that look beyond than my on the surface, is really going
mm,
really deeply loving me regardless, unconditional,
mm,
or is
mm,
this man out for some agenda or intention. I would say women will be able to have that
yes,
instinct, that gut feel
yes,
whether this man is it, because you have went through a lot of ups and
mm,
downs, or I would say a
yes,
lot of
yes,
downs, a lot of struggles.
yes,
You're able to even judge whether this man is genuine or not. And
uh-huh,
normally
uh-huh,
what I see a lot of my single mom friends,
mm,
um, that they will take some time for this man to really prove his love, or prove that
mm,
he is the man that can take care of her, the kids that
yes,
is from the previous marriage and stuff like that.
yes,
I would say that
yes,
it will um, the responsibility, I guess, is more than that. It's like responsibility is just one of the factor. If this man can
mm,
embody everything about you, the responsibility will come. And
yes, yes,
and it is more than that. So I hope that Charmaine has a better
mm.
picture on that. I can.
Can I add to that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. You know, when I become, after 3 years after I start get myself together, yeah, that's the next step that I quite concerned, like,
Mm.
oh my god, I'm 46 years old, right? You know, with 2 kids. So most of the men in my age, they will go for the younger woman, right? And then I'm older woman, nearly 50, with
Mm.
2 child, you know, with 2 children. Who's going to want me? Who's
Mm.
going to take on my 2 children and helping? Then this mindset coming as we are less superior, you see?
Yeah.
We are like
Vulnerable
lower, like,
again.
you know, please come to our life to make ourselves better, to helping with my child. No, that's a
Mm.
wrong
Yes.
attitude to have. Yeah, now I'm happy with myself, with my children. We have
Mm.
the great time. We go on holiday. We go to
Yeah.
the park. We
Mm.
thing. We are happy as the single mom
Yes.
and a happy children.
Yeah.
Happen once I have this mindset and I happy with myself, and we are as a single family happy. A
Yeah.
lot of men attract on that,
Yes.
because a lot of men seeking to have another family, happy
Correct.
family
Mm.
that he can go into.
Yes. Correct. Yeah. Totally right. Yeah.
Yes, so they feeling that. And also sometimes I dating a few guy, right? And I said, after a while, I said, okay, I have my networking tonight. Can you come and looking after my, babysit my children? Oh, how about next week? Are you free next week? And then I realized, like, Jesus, I actually don't really feel for him, but I use him as a babysitter, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And then once you realize that, like, gosh, he's not the right one for
Mm.
me, and it's not nice of me to using that person instead
Mm.
of paying a babysitter.
Yeah.
You see, sometimes you have to be truthful for
Mm.
yourself. And like you said, if that person love you, they would have to love your children
Yes.
too. You
Yep.
come together as a children.
Yes.
If they don't see that they want to have anything,
Mm.
I don't know, this day and age sometimes is quite ugly. I have a few proposal that they don't mind casual, but they don't want anything to do with the children. And I said,
no,
please just walk, right? You know, you don't contact me ever again. So you come together with the children. If they love you, they respect you, you come together. And for that person, they won't feel that this is another burden, another responsibility that the man have to take on.
Correct. Because with a man that is able to overcome all that, I would say it's not easy. That means for men it's really straightforward. Is when we know that this lady.
It's good, Kenneth, that you are here because you can tell us on the side of the man. You see,
how the man
because sometimes sometimes we are in our woman from Venus.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah, and it gave me a very unique entity for me to come in, because I'm associated with a lot of mompreneurs because of 9 years ago being with a parenting magazine, and a lot of my clients are mothers. So, and for me as a man, as a husband, as a dad at the same time, that's where I wish that I could contribute. Like why would I say, when a man comes in to really love a woman with all these, I would say, additional family members, he has already have that mindset in place that he's going to take care of the whole family regardless, and he will look at himself whether he capable before he really go into this relationship with this woman of his love. So I would say that like Tarinee mentioned, the woman has to be confident, because men love confident women. Men love women that is, I would say, hard to get, but it makes us feel we will love the women even more when you are someone.
Have to be worth it.
Correct.
You have to be worth it enough to come to our family. That's the attitude you need to have.
Correct. So the man will really be at that mark. Even he I would say, if he knows that he's not at that mark, he will just retreat by himself. You say, okay, it's too much for me. I'm not able to. I just have to let it go. So these are cases like that. But when I see there are cases that men that are so, I would say, courageous, or they are so loving, that they don't care whatever happens, whatever the outside world, they are very strong. Because there will be people saying, I have friends who are single, they are they have a very good career, but they got into a relationship with a single mom, and people all around been saying. So as a man, I'm curious. So I asked him, bro, what makes you so certain? And he told me love, because love can cover everything. Because whatever people say, they do not understand. They do not understand the level of love that, or the respect I have for this woman. Like, if I were to have a family, I would want my wife or my partner to be that strong. If a woman that strong, I would feel that I would want to even protect her. I would, because both of us we can help each other in this relationship. Because marriage is a long term. I would say it's for long term. That's why if this man is so serious in going into this relationship, it's a matter of whether, and I would say that this man will be very patient to wait for the woman to be ready to move up to the next level. I've seen a lot, like they've been together for years, for 5, 10, or 20 years. Eventually, things happen. They manage to melt the women, manage to make the women feel that, okay, they are able to take care. It's a matter of time, and this man, I would say, time will tell. And yeah, that's my take on that. And Charmaine Michael thank Tarinee for answering. She said that she get what you're trying to say. So time really flies, and I would really want to continue this conversation. And I see there's quite a lot of people coming on live. So Tarinee, in that case, how can the audience or the listeners get connected with you, so that they can find out more from you, they can make friends with you, and hear more from you, how to be a single mom and be happy?
I think on your invitation, I have my Facebook in there, and you can check on the Facebook, Single Mom and Happy. I have a Facebook page on that. Or you can email me at tarinee@singlemomandhappy.com.
So for those,
I love, sorry. Yeah, I love to have people on board, and then we can share, support each other on that. Yes.
Yeah, that's really good. And for those who are listening and for those who are watching, coming on live at the same time, I will be posting the link in the description or in the comments section so that you guys can get connected with Tarinee. And also at the same time, her book is coming out, and the book is called Single Mom and Happy. So I believe that the book is not just suitable for single mom. It can be even for mothers who have partners, because I got out from this interview, from this show, is Tarinee is a woman with confidence, with living life on your own terms. You know what you want, and you do a lot for your family. And I believe every single mother out there would want to be this kind of mother, to be there for the children, to be independent, to even support the family or the spouse at the same time. So it's about the confidence. Even for me, when I wrote Mother Industrialist, I have mothers who are. I would say the similarity in all the mompreneurs is their confidence level is there, their self-esteem is there, and at the same time, the happiness level is also there. So I hope that a lot of mothers or even parents who are watching this show, you are able to take something away from Tarinee sharing coming on today. And last but not least, before we wrap up, there's a tradition where every guest get to post a question of the day out to the audience and also to the next guest. So Tarinee, are you ready with your question of the day?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so share it with us.
Okay, I would like to ask, what would be your best practice to juggle, work or business with your family life?
Okay, so what would be your best practice to juggle work and life, or just motherhood, or
Yes.
just work and life?
Yeah, work and life and children. Yes.
Okay, work and life and children. Okay, that's a very good question. And so this question goes out to all the audience or the listeners out there. The question of the day by Tarinee is, what what will be your best practice to juggle both work juggle the work life and your children? So what would be the
Children.
best practice to juggle your work life and your children? So post your answer below. Tarinee and I will be very very happy to see your answers to her question of the day, and hope more will be coming in. And if you guys have anything that you want to ask Tarinee, do connect with her through the links that will be posted. So Tarinee, any last advice for the mothers who are sitting on the fence thinking whether they should step into entrepreneurship or they should pursue their passion? What is your best advice?
Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Find who you are. Find your true self. Be yourself, and then everyone else will follow.
Wow, that's really good, and that's also wrap up what our topic of today is: how to be the best parent without sacrificing your true self. So mummies out there, parents out there, do find your true self. Be confident, you can do it. Just believe in yourself, because mothers or women like Tarinee, she has been there, done that. She has done it. She's happy now, and she's willing. She's here to help more mothers, especially single moms out there. So I hope you guys enjoy this live show. And if you have any comments or you really like this show, do tag your friends who may benefit from this show and share it around in your Facebook. And hope that this message get to spread across to a lot of people. And if you guys have any more question, do feel free to comment it below in the comment section. And we will be looking forward to for more questions from you guys. So let me see. Okay, so I see that we have some question coming in, which is good. So keep the question coming in, and Tarinee and I will be very very happy to answer it. So that today is really a good show. Thanks Tarinee. Thanks for making time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and thanks for those who are watching, and thanks for those who are listening at the same time. So For me, Kenneth here, signing off with Tarinee. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. And I see you guys in the next episode. Thank you. Thank you, Tarinee. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.